Hey guys, gals, friends, and pals. This is Paul, EastXTwitch, and welcome to another episode of Saturday Game School, where we learn about a different game every Saturday of the year. Tonight, I'm joined on mic by Tyler.
Hello.
It's good to have you back, baby. And also, Tom, Perfect Zero.
Guten Tagen.
Plus, Brandykatz off to the side.
Hello.
And we are pleased to be streaming the House of the Dead Remake for Xbox. It is also available on PlayStation, Switch, Steam, and even Stadia. So that's practically everything. So, oh wow, look at Tyler emoting it up in chat. That's beautiful, Tyler.
Gotta get them out there while I can.
That's a cool pattern. How did you do that?
Just went back and forth on the three that you had. So I did like Roth every other time or something every third time. It just went back and forth. I didn't mean to make it a cool pattern at all.
Well, I mean, it worked out that way, didn't it?
Yes, it did.
All right, got sound now. Gonna go into the options real quick. You know, we like to show off the options.
Yeah,
every stream.
Usurping.
Yes, well, it's the most fun part of a game, Tyler, don't you think?
True.
Automatic reload is turned on. This is a nice option. In the arcade game, you'd be playing with a gun, right? And to reload, you'd have to shoot outside the screen. But on console, you're not playing with a gun, so might as well have the option of auto reload. But there's also a button. You could just use a button. We're just going to hop into the game, and I'll talk about some of the different aspects of it. For one thing, the game offers two modes at present. They do plan to add a dual gun mode later. I don't know how that's going to work with just a controller, but it's for people who are using like Wiimotes and stuff like that. Or not Wiimote, but you know, the Joy-Cons and PlayStation Move and whatnot. Anyway, you've got Original, which is based on the arcade game, and it's pretty faithful. Then you have Horde Mode, which we may show off at the end, because this is not that long a game. Horde Mode it's the same game, but there's like 3 times as many enemies. So, not really what I think of when I think of a Horde Mode, but if you just want a little variety and challenge, then there it is. Okay.
Yeah, it's not really a Horde Mode, but something additional.
Yeah, might as well. So, yeah. I guess I'm going to try playing on arcade difficulty because there's an achievement for beating it on arcade difficulty. We'll see how that goes. You have 2 different score modes, Classic and Modern. Modern adds a combo system to the game, like the original game did not have that. I don't know why it doesn't default to Modern, because like, why would anybody not want a combo system? By the way, this does support 2-player local co-op, no online co-op sadly. And you have the option of cooperative or competitive scoring. It's just like, if you're cooperative, then you have 1 score combined. Competitive, which is the way the arcade is, it's 2 separate scores. Anyway, so we're hopping in, and by the way, I am going to put turbo on my gun. So when playing one player, you can choose between the 2 characters. You get slightly different cinematics depending on who you are, and if you're 2-player, then the cinematics are different for that too. But I'm going to be Agent G, of course. Start new game.
No Agent
Turbo.
K?
There we go. Yeah, and one of these guys is, like, you don't get to play as him in part 2. Like, in part 2, I think it's one of the same heroes, and then the other guy actually gets kidnapped or something at the beginning. So I don't remember who took over. Doesn't start till you're ready, gives you little loading screen tips. Oh, and look at that. You can also, you may not realize this, but with the right analog stick, you can kind of waggle around the view on the loading screen for some reason.
Are you playing on Xbox? Oh, someone just
yes.
said that too.
Yeah. Okay. I am playing on Xbox. I also own it on Switch and Steam. The Steam version is the best version. Like, the Xbox version, for some reason, is not... Tyler, you need to read my review, Tyler, let's be honest. But the Xbox version is not optimized for Series X, and the PlayStation version is not optimized for PlayStation 5. And that's a shame.
Why aren't you playing on Steam, then?
Good question. The answer is because it's too much trouble.
To hit install and...
Well, then I have to, like, connect the monitor to the forward-facing monitor instead of the one that I use for the computer.
You don't have it connected to both at the same time?
I used to, but now I don't.
No good ones, anyway.
Well, I mean, the Switch version only has in-game achievements, so that's definitely worse.
Well, yeah. No one should play it on Switch.
Well, the Switch version has the Joy-Cons, though. No! Oh, I didn't get to save that guy. I'm no good at saving
There's only one reason
everybody.
to play anything on Switch, and that's because it's made by Nintendo.
Well, also portability.
No, just because it's made by Nintendo.
Portability is a good thing.
It is, but all those games suck when they're not on a different system.
I disagree. I mean, this particular version, though, it doesn't run as well on Switch, of course, but there's a performance mode if you want to keep the frame rate up, and it's nice to have the option. Weird winged dog monsters.
We beat this game twice.
By the way, one of my criticisms in the review is that the color palette of this version is not as colorful as the original. Like, this version is trying to be a little more modern. So you can see it's very brown, right? It's just like the camera was smeared with brown. The arcade game, it's like, well, it's taking place in a bit of a brownish environment, but there's still more color.
Yeah, so, it's like a red-brown
yeah,
color, but the whole thing is...
Yeah, and the whole game won't be like that. It's just while you're outside. You know, like they just go with different color palettes for different areas. But I do miss the nice, colorful Japanese palette.
Is Brandy not playing?
No, I would prefer for Brandy to play as well, but unfortunately she's already played through the game with me twice, and she doesn't like it as much as me, so I thought I would go easy on her.
She's had enough.
I just got an achievement. Yeah, for better or worse.
I'll be right back 1 second. I need to refill my water bottle.
Yo, Horror Acolyte, we're glad you're here. Yeah, no, I mean, at the very... Look at that, I'm earning all kinds of achievements. But I was going to say, no, they should give you the option to play with the original color palette without all this ugly brown, because it just doesn't look as good to me, even though the models are a lot nicer. But, by the way, why do... I mean, you know, for the horror atmosphere they're going for, I suppose it's not a bad choice, but, like, now we have different colors in here, and it looks better. There's an achievement... Yeah, it looks better. There's an achievement for, oh man, I didn't save that lady. It just moves kind of fast, but I am on arcade difficulty, which is harder. Achievement for finding all the items in, I think, a level, maybe the whole game, I can't remember. But, like, wow, the game moves so quickly, it's really hard to actually get all the items. Hey, buddy. You know, Brandy, you are supposed to help me with chat and stuff like that, if you don't mind.
Yeah, actually, aren't they redoing that?
Oh,
Zombie Typewriter game? Or did they already do that?
Which game?
Typing with the Dead.
There's a PC version of it.
Bringing up using a typewriter to kill them.
Yeah, Typing of the Dead is available on PC. It's not on consoles, unfortunately. Also, the Typing of the Dead that's on PC is based on Overkill and not on the original. The original Typing of the Dead is based on House of the Dead 1, I think. Maybe House of the Dead 2. It's been a few, like 15 years since I played it. We got an item. Yeah.
You were talking about collectibles in this game? Or items?
Yeah, like, you know, you can break the boxes and stuff, and they have items inside, and there's an achievement for getting them
Yeah,
all.
you have to, like, use a guide, because, like,
for real.
On these on-rails games...
Yeah, way too easy to miss them.
Yeah.
Horror was asking how Brandy's doing with Tiny Tina.
She's still playing it. I haven't gotten a chance to play with her again since the first time. You know, Wolfblade was kind enough to give me a copy of it, which we talked about last week. And I love it, but, like, I'm just so behind on reviews, guys. I cannot believe how behind I got on reviews. And it's not like I've been deliberately goofing off. I haven't. But I just requested too many things or something. But I did review this.
Accidentally goofing off is what you're telling me.
Exactly. Accidentally goofing off. Yeah, we totally do, Wolfblade. I mean, we think about you all the time, believe me, so I feel bad that we haven't got to hang out again. Yeah, you're right, Lyle. Arcade games are about memorization, so the game is designed for you to play it again and again and just remember where everything goes. And look at this. With turbo and automatic reload, I can just hold down fire and just be constantly shooting at this dude. There's an achievement for destroying every part of his body. I believe it's for him. I could be wrong. But, like, he always dies before I can get all the parts destroyed. Maybe this difficulty will allow for it. We'll see. No, he's still gonna die first. Yeah, so I don't know if there's a special way to do it or if it's some other enemy. Good luck, everybody. System Shock 2, donated by one of our friends, Platinum Astric, I believe. Thank you, Platinum. I don't think he's here, though. We're also giving out a code later donated by Dark6, who is here. It's good to see you, Dark6. So guys, one new thing for this remake is at the end of every level, you can see which people have died out of all the scientists you're supposed to rescue. You know, and that's a cool feature. I mean, the original game did not have that. But this really encourages you to try to save them all, or to try to kill them all, you know? Yes, Dark6 is in the house of the dead. Uh-oh, Bob Jones.
Let me take some time off work soon.
Time off work?
Yeah, I just need to take some time. I have like 190 hours that will expire at the end of September.
Dang. Well, you know, Tom, school is out in June, and I certainly hope we get to play a lot of games over the summer. Although I may be teaching summer school this year, which it won't take up the whole summer, but we got to hang out. That's what I'm saying.
So what you're saying is school's out for summer, but it's not out forever?
It will be, yes. That's an excellent prediction. No, Horror Acolyte, unfortunately, Forever Entertainment, we've worked with them before. They gave us Panzer Dragoon codes in the past, but they said that there's too much demand for this game, so they couldn't give any extra codes. I'm sorry about that. Yeah, and by the way, that information is always in the newsletter, so make sure you read the newsletter every week. Although I sent it late this week, so you totally have an excuse. It was about 3 to 4 hours late. By the way, where the heck is I'm an Idiot? That's what I want to know.
Here's in the mirror.
Darn you guys.
Oh,
that was just too easy.
Set it up.
Frozen zombies. Hey, no time for games. We're glad you're here, dude. You gotta tell us how you've been. So, Tyler, did you get to do anything fun while you were off? Oh no, that was an innocent person. It looked like a zombie. You called in for being from the herpes, wasn't it, Tyler?
Yeah. Yeah, that's what it was. No, not really. I just had to take it. Today I feel better, so I actually felt good enough to do stuff.
I mean,
all I did was go to the post office and GameStop.
Uh-oh. You didn't watch anything cool, even?
Yeah, I watched Challenge, your favorite. I watched this show called Batman.
I saved somebody.
You know?
Zombie Flanders. The Batman?
The
you
Batman.
hadn't seen it yet?
I hadn't watched it yet, no.
Alright, well, let's hear your thoughts, bro.
It was pretty good. It was no Dark Knight. But
really, I like it better.
I did like it quite a bit.
Nice. Did you find it was difficult to see the screen because it was so dark, or were we able to see
No,
it fine?
I was able to see it fine. It was obviously very
people
dark,
have good
but I didn't
TVs
have
or
to see
proper
things.
settings.
No, well, firstly, I haven't watched this one at home. I only saw it in the theater, but in the
Maybe
dang theater, it was
maybe your
definitely too
theater was
dark.
off or something.
I can guarantee that theater was not set properly. Then.
I'm not the only one who has experienced it being too dark. It's fairly common.
I went to the
It's
theater
really dark,
too, and
but...
it was actually excellent in the theater.
Well, that's
Of
good.
course,
I
I
mean,
only
you're...
go to the high quality theaters.
Yeah,
Well,
it's dark,
we
but
go to
no,
our
I never
local
had
theater.
issues where it was too dark.
Gotcha.
We only have one theater, so...
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah, we have... I mean, we can drive 45 minutes or longer for other theaters, but yeah, we usually just go to the one that's 5 minutes from here.
Yeah, no, I refuse to go to low quality theaters. In fact, there is one IMAX theater that is like 10 minutes from my house. I actually go drive past it to go to the decent theater. Because the quality of their screen is terrible. It's not a true IMAX.
Yeah, I agree with Horror Acolyte. I don't know if it's my second favorite Batman, because I kind of like the Tim Keaton ones are kind of on a whole other level. They're fun and enjoyable, but for like a different reason.
Definitely a different reason.
You know, so yeah, I'm not saying they're great. I really like Batman Begins too. It's definitely better than the Dark Knight Rises. It's like the same.
Yeah, but then so is having a tooth removed.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with The Dark Knight Rises.
Except everything that happens in the story.
Yeah, the
You're
first
watching
hour
Batman,
was really
it's
good
not why you're watching it.
of the Batman. It's all detective-y. I really like the
Yeah.
detective-y part of it.
I know,
the
that's
second
so
hour,
cool.
the second hour really slowed down, and I didn't love it.
What do you think about the third hour?
The third hour was it was alright. That's fine.
No, but would you agree that the
Should've ended an
ending
hour
is
earlier.
tacked on and it would have been better without it?
Yeah.
I mean, I think the whole movie would have been better without Selena Kyle. Is that part of the ending you're talking about? Or
Really, I didn't mind her.
She was
No.
fine. I just don't know that she added any. Like, I didn't mind her as a character, but like, she didn't add a lot to me. Like, her character could have not existed, and I feel like the plot could have been basically exactly the same.
Wow.
No,
No, I mean, she goes in and
like,
she's like, she goes in undercover and stuff, and she has that personal connection to the Roman, which is actually from the comics, so kind of a nice touch.
well, yeah, but if you actually look from a storytelling standpoint, it was really unnecessary. They kind of could have easily extended it away without her, and honestly, it would have been a tighter detective story if they could.
And that, I mean,
got
I think
annoyed
that my
with the
biggest
drop of
complaint is
detective elements.
I could have used 20 minutes less of the movie.
Yeah,
especially
cutting off the
middle
ending,
part.
dude. Oh,
You mean like with the whole in the stadium
yes,
thing?
that whole
Yeah,
part.
like I am vengeance nonsense.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it was clearly written without that in mind, and then somebody decided to add it so that it would have more action. Oh crap.
Well,
Yeah, to me it kind of felt like they wanted it to end more negatively than it was. Like more of a down note. I hope that's not too much of a spoiler.
Yeah, I'm
we
pretty sure
don't want
that's
to
what
spoil
it
it.
was. Is the studio probably said, "Hey, no, we're not going to leave it like this kind of Batman is this pseudo bad guy." They wanted to spell out that he's the good guy.
Yeah, that's possible. I do really like the kind of like the dark, tortured Batman compared to like the socialite Batman.
I did like that. I wouldn't want him to always be like that, but I think we may see him grow over the course of the following movies, And that I would understand.
He was real broody, but I liked it.
Yeah.
It would have been better if they did end it on the darker note, because then the follow-up movie would be the redemption arc, and that would have been a much better, stronger storytelling, and would have saved us
That's
all.
probably what they'll do in the second one.
But it's a little late. They already gave him his redemption arc without the
Yes.
arc.
Yes, no time for games. That is correct. I don't know if we can have a productive conversation about it, but yes.
Emo Batman.
Yeah, see, here's the problem, guys. I would have no problem just leaving Twitter. Like, that wouldn't be a big deal to me at all, except it is actually really useful for journalists. Like, it is an important way to be able to contact developers. There's developers that don't publish their email, but they do publish their Twitter account, So it's like, all the way giving it up would be really hard. Well, I mean, but like I said, firstly, I don't want to use Instagram. I don't like Instagram. But, like, it's commonly used by professionals, like, by companies. That's what I've always liked about Twitter. Like, Twitter sucks for keeping up with your friends. Like, you want to see what your friends are saying? Well, too bad. It's going to show you a bunch of random crap instead of that. But really good for you, like, you want to ask Konami something, or you want to ask whoever something, so you just go and ask them, and a lot of times they'll actually get back to you. So that's useful.
Yes, especially now that there's no longer going to be any fact-checking.
I'm sorry to interrupt, Tyler.
No, you're just fine. I'm done talking about Batman.
Okay. Yeah, no, I cannot stand TikTok, and like I said, I don't even like Instagram. Like Facebook, I do like, but it's not so good for communicating with publishers. It is good for keeping up with your friends if they'll properly use it. Ahem.
You don't know who you're talking about.
I don't post publicly on Facebook.
Well, you could post for your friends, Tyler. You can set it to friends only very easily.
I think it is on friends only. I don't want my friends to see.
That's exactly why you don't see it in the
Wait,
messages.
what, Tyler? No, but I'm saying, like, you virtually never post anything unless you're
I don't.
choosing to exclude me.
Yeah,
But-
well, I'm just not interested in... There's not that much interesting about my life.
No way, dude. Like, I mean, your friends, many of your friends would like to see what toys you buy and things like
I
that.
could post all my toys. I should do an Instagram account of all my toys.
Not Instagram.
I like Instagram better than Facebook. Well, I like Instagram better for sharing photos than Facebook. TikTok, TikTok's just like a crappy entertainment platform.
I have not gone down the rabbit hole and I refuse.
Twitter's to me, Twitter's already like. I mean, I understand what you're talking about, but you can't really make meaningful connections with anyone on Twitter. Like,
no, you can't. You're right.
Corporations and companies do that. I think that's why they rely more on Instagram and even, I guess, TikTok. But it is good for those like quick communication pieces. Like, hey, developer, what's up? or hey, publisher, what's up type of thing.
Yeah, even tech support sometimes, like you experience a bug or something.
Can be good on there too. Actually, a lot better than customer support. Like if you do like Ask Target or whatever and tweet them.
Yeah.
Well, that's because they're actually afraid they'll get in trouble with that if you do it all in public forum. But they know they won't if you just reach out to them directly.
Yeah, and there's some companies like Wendy's famously has
Wendy's
like a comedian running their account, and so they post great stuff
on their Twitter.
Yeah, it's hilarious.
And yeah, I mean it's tough. It's tough. Like I mean, freedom of speech is good, but where do you draw the line when it comes to intentional misinformation broadcasting and doing it only to deceive people?
And don't forget doxing and things like that. I mean, like the freedom of speech vision that elongated muskrat and certain types of people have in mind is a freedom of speech that allows people to cause harm more easily. Like
it's not freedom of speech; it's freedom of misinformation. There's a huge difference between those two concepts.
Or you could say like freedom from consequences. Like if you could just post whatever stupid BS you want, whatever deceptive, evil, stupid BS you want. Well, to some people that's a good thing, but to anybody who's has a better moral compass, not so good. Yes.
Yeah, that's true too. I mean, like you said, even bullying and stuff like that.
Yeah, and I mean, like,
it falls under the idea of freedom of speech.
Yeah, but it's like there have to be limits. Just with like the ability to drive and own weapons and things like that, there have to be limits, or people get hurt. Like teenagers have killed themselves over things that happen on Twitter. And again, if we haven't suppressed our empathy, then we should know that. Well, maybe we should try to prevent that kind of thing from happening. Yeah, I don't know. One of you moderators can decide on that one. I don't know whether it's problematic or not.
Morons? That's not problematic.
Well, I don't know. Like I said, I don't want us to have one of our chat members whom we care about be embroiled in an argument with us. So let's just be careful. I'm saving some people. Well, I mean, there's a lot of problems. Freedom from misinformation, I mean, it shapes the way people think, and they go out and vote based on dishonest information, and it hurts everyone. And you could say, oh, well, that's what they get, or whatever, but, like, no, that doesn't help the public good. Like, the public good should always be in our minds.
How do you think religion ruled the world for friggin' 10,000 years? All misinformation.
Well, we can't do anything about religion.
Well, no, I'm saying that's how basically all that stuff was. It was all about misinformation.
Well,
if you can manipulate what people think is the truth, then you can do whatever the heck you want.
I mean, who decides?
Yeah, I mean, there was definitely a lot of that. That was with the whole Martin Luther thing, right? Like he translated parts of the Bible that people were just like they were just trusting priests to tell them what the Bible said because no one could actually read it or whatever.
Yeah. Yep. Whoops! Shouldn't have been taking a drink just then. I missed him, Fox.
I don't think that's...
Hey, look, it's Retro Captain Steve! Retro Captain Steve, we would love to have you on mic sometime, dude. He's a longtime press friend of mine.
This must be the security card.
I think what should happen is you're allowed to say anything you want, but there's criminal charges for misinformation.
I mean, like, again...
I think that's the best way to handle it.
Just... Again, freedom from consequences is not a thing, and it shouldn't be a thing. And if you make it a thing, then a lot of people get hurt.
You're allowed to say anything you want, so freedom of speech, granted.
Yeah.
However, there's consequences. If you willingly and knowingly provide misinformation, you're liable.
But
so much stuff, it's hard to say what part is misinformation.
Yeah, it can be.
Who gets to say what is misinformation? And we're likely all on the same page.
And how do you prove that they didn't knowingly do it?
We're trying to be a little bit moderate in how we refer to it, I'm sure, so...
Yeah. Well, it's easy to prove if there's... you can usually tell if there's intent in most cases. Like, for example, someone saying they're going to invest in a company just to mess with stocks. That's kind of obvious stock manipulation.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and that's bad. But... Again, like, Tom doesn't seem to be very worried about, like, the bullying type stuff, but, like, that stuff is dangerous, too, as is doxing. That's not misinformation to dox someone, but it is evil and harmful, So, like, you have to have controls and
Well, the
reasonable
problem
limits.
is-
You just have to.
There has to be some things have to be handled by social pressure. Some things have to be handled by law. The law can't handle everything because the law can't be finite enough to handle it. It's just not possible.
Infinite
So the law
enough, you mean?
handles yeah, it can't handle every single thing without causing larger consequences.
Yeah, you can't predict every single scenario. That part is true.
Well, it's more than that. You can't handle every situation, regardless of what it is. So the law needs to be broad enough that it gets the biggest bad actors, but narrow enough that doesn't just pull in a bunch of innocent people every 2 seconds.
Well, yes, that's fine.
And social pressure, which is generally social consciousness, which unfortunately what this entire planet is lacking, needs to pick up the rest. That's part of the social contract. The problem is right now, as a people, we lack the social contract. We neither hold our government officials, our corporations, or our individual selves responsible to the social contract.
Wow, you had that really thought out, Tom.
No, it's just common sense if you're paying attention to what's going on in the world.
Make it this far.
Yeah, Low Sweet, let's... You know what, guys? We've discussed it a while. We don't want it to be a whole politically dominated stream. But Low Sweet, my friend Low Sweet, he points out... By the way, this is a spider plant monster. Like, it looks cool sometimes, but I think in a lot of the screenshots you can't really see the detail of the monster, and that's a shame. And maybe the color palette is a part of the problem. You can see it's got this, like, blue-green or yellowish color palette. It's kind of hard to describe. But that filter they add, it actually makes... Again, it makes the game look worse. But anyway, what were we saying? We were saying that the PC version, there's some kind of mod to be able to use a light gun. It is weird. They launched the PC version without light gun support, even though PC has two different working light gun platforms, Sinden and whichever the other one is that Low Sweet knows about. So it's like, why would you port a light gun game and not have it work with light guns right off the bat, right? But somebody has already, you know, made a mod to get it to work, one of them to work, and I think after a few months, then probably both of them will work. And that's the best arcade experience you could have at home, other than having the arcade cabinet, would be, you know, the PC version with a couple of guns. No, light guns that work with LED and LCD monitors, there's only a couple of technologies to do it with, and the consoles don't have them at all. Like, Sinden is one of the brands, and then there's that other brand, and those are the only ways to accurately do it.
I just need to make a version of this game for VR. That would be better.
A VR version would be really cool, yes. And you're right, VR controllers, which are basically like Joy-Con Move-style controllers, but they would work just fine with it because of the way VR works. That would be awesome.
He said on Switch you can like use it as a light gun thing, the little sensor or whatever.
Well, on Switch you can use the Joy-Cons, and you can even, like, there's a place on Amazon that sells like a gun-shaped thing that you can put
like
in
a little attachment or whatever.
Yeah, which they also had for the Wiimote back in the day.
Yeah. That makes it more fun to play on Switch, actually. Just have you moving a reticle the whole time, it is a little bit defeats the purpose of the genre.
In a way. But, you know, like, I still have fun playing with aiming a reticle. I mean, how many, you know, like, lots of people play first-person shooters and you get on a turret and you move a reticle around or whatever. Like, it's not a bad way to play video games. It's just different.
Okay, Kyrian. Now it's your turn.
But nothing beats the reaction time of a light gun.
Yeah, you're right.
Snap too.
Yeah. Although the PC version does have mouse support, and you can aim real fast with a mouse. I don't like clicking rapidly with my pointer finger, because I've got a bit of arthritis, and it hurts after a little while. But people, especially young people who like, you know, play a lot of PC games, might really enjoy playing it that way.
So you're not going to join a professional gaming league anytime soon, Paul?
No, those years are behind me.
it.
I've been good at a few games, though, you guys. Like, Halo 2, I was a competitive Halo 2 player. Like, I never entered a tournament, but I was very good. I mean, I played that game all day long, you know, like, I loved it. I didn't play other games. And before that,
Yes.
Saturn Bomberman, I was one of the top 3 U.S. Saturn Bomberman players. So there've been games that I was really good at.
Dang, out of the
So when you're a Halo game, I'm using a cheap
Well,
controller.
you know, out of maybe 1,000, Tyler, or some number like that. But not a massive number, but that's my all-time favorite game, you know, so being one of the best at it was very rewarding. And I would play that game all day long, too. But yeah, I'm older now, so even though like I'm still good at Bomberman, and we've played Bomberman, and you guys have seen me be good at it, but I'm just not as good as I was back then.
Dude, I was able to beat you in Bomberman, and I'm terrible, so you're not that good at it.
You know, there's an element of letting other people win, but also just concentrating on what we're talking about. The host of a stream, you know, for people who haven't streamed, it may be difficult to understand like how much of your attention goes to maintaining the conversation. A lot of it does. Like nobody is as good, or very few people are as good on stream as they are just on their own, because it's different.
Oh dang!
What?
Found a stream of a girl playing Mario Kart while in a hot tub. I don't think I've ever seen a hot tub gaming stream combined.
That's interesting. I saw your favorite lady Moxie on stream earlier.
Who?
It was,
sorry, I had a
well, it was Moxie Mary. Was that her name?
I don't know who that is.
You don't remember Moxie Mary, dude? You're the one who introduced us to her. You used to be like, "This is what she's doing now." She's a hot tub streamer, you know.
Oh.
She wasn't in the hot tub when I looked up.
I have a short attention span.
Wow.
Now I'm all into strawberry tabby.
Oh, I see.
Yeah.
Is that a ice cream flavor or is that a personal Twitch?
I think it's actually a flavored oil he's talking about. Tyler, you kinky devil.
That's right.
I thought it was one of the Ben and Jerry's new flavors.
Maybe that.
Freaking went to the store to get some ice cream. I'm looking at Ben and Jerry's flavors, all like named after politicians and actors now. It's like, really?
Yeah, they have. Well, I mean, they've always been gimmicky names, you know, so it's not too surprising.
Yeah, now it's just like advertising. Like, you know, like, hey, let's get a ice cream named after Jimmy Fallon, so we can get his picture on the thing and advertise his show or whatever.
I think the Moxie is spelled differently.
Find the flavors I actually like because of it. Everything is like some cookie dough ice cream now.
Amaranth is working on some sort of shoe setup. Real high quality, interesting stream.
You know, didn't she say she's getting out of the OnlyFans game?
Yes.
Oh crap! Gotta hit the right button. Continue.
Okay, I'm back. No more strawberry tapping.
Real quick, guys, the continue system in this game relies on points. Like, whenever you continue, it takes away from your score. It's an interesting system.
We never had to.
But, you can continue even if you're out of points. It's just you'll still have 0 points, you know? But it's nice, because if you're trying to get a high score, you want to stay alive. You know, those two things do work well together. Only bad thing, and I mentioned this in my review, there's no online leaderboard. So, score doesn't even matter, does it? No online leaderboards? Come on.
Yeah.
Gun for IR, Low Sweet says, is the alternative to Cinda and light guns. Oh yeah, you're right, Captain Steve. That is a shame.
You know, I'm surprised nobody's actually made that like a little coin slot accessory for your system. So when you're playing these retro games, you can actually pretend to be putting coins in.
Well, they make fake coin doors for arcade 1-up cabinets, and I think some people may be able to wire them to where they kind of do things, but you can't wire it to where it puts in the coins because they're usually set to free play.
The last one we put together had that.
Yeah, our Simpsons arcade cabinet has 2 fake coin doors, and they look good. You know, it's not a bad addition to the cabinet. So guys, I'm on the 4th and final level, and we're getting to the boss of the game now. This is not that long a game because it's an arcade game and it's a light gun game, and you don't want to sit there and play a light gun game for an hour and a half, do you? Probably not. Yeah, some people might, but arcade games are usually 20 to 40 minutes long, just depends on the game.
Has anyone ever played that Halo rail shooter?
What is this Halo rail shooter?
I've never,
is it in the arcades?
Something they announced like forever ago for Halo. He's saying it was at Dave & Buster's. I didn't know where it was.
Oh yeah, I would love to play that. That sounds cool. We almost went to a Dave & Buster's one time, but Brandy's daughter couldn't handle it. Unfortunately. Because, like, I haven't been to a Dave & Buster's since I went to conventions, maybe like 5 years ago. It's been a while.
It's been really long for me too.
Well,
I used to go because Intel used to have events at Dave & Buster's all the time, where we'd go and have a meeting, and then they'd give us like $100 to spend at Dave & Buster's.
Wow.
But they haven't done anything like that in a very long time.
Yeah, it's too bad because that's a really fun idea. I've only been to them a couple of times when we were going to PAX South. You know, like some of us journalists would get together and go to one.
I've never actually been.
Oh, that's too bad. Do they have them in Utah, or is it like
I think
they're not allowed to?
The one opened a few years ago.
Okay.
They got a sanction to pass. Like you can have a little bit of fun. They gotta.
Were they allowed to have alcohol there? Or
Yeah, only a certain amount of fun.
Right.
If it goes beyond this much fun, you must shut
Yeah,
down.
that's the religious way, unfortunately. Al Pacino actually has a tirade about it in the what is that movie with Johnny? No, not Johnny Depp. Keanu Reeves, the Devil's Advocate.
Devil's Advocate.
Oh,
Yeah.
I've seen that movie in decades.
I still really like it. I mean, I haven't seen it in a while.
It.
Oh, that's too bad.
Oh,
Pacino's very magnetic in it, you know.
So, you need to check the email. Okay.
What?
Horror Acolyte didn't get it, neither did Tech Guy.
Dang, I sent it out, guys. It arrived a little late. It would have been 2 hours before stream time. So if you check your email right now, I hope you will see it. But, I mean, that might explain a few things, you know. I was hoping there'd be more of a reaction when the newsletter went out. But for people who don't know, we have a weekly newsletter. Every Saturday we send out a newsletter letting people know what game we're streaming that night. And we also, it contains interesting things, you know, like it contains last week's contest winners, our upcoming schedule, details and purchase links for the game that we're streaming, and just like things that I've been up to that week. You know, like I like to talk about what shows and movies I've been watching every week. You know, maybe sometimes Tyler's legal troubles, different things like that.
yeah.
Be mindful that
It's been on
this time,
blast.
for whatever reason, the newsletter actually went to my spam folder, so it might be the same for you guys.
Wow. Yeah. Yeah, look, it went to Tech Guy's spam folder too. I wonder if it's something I said in the headline or something. That's a shame if so.
You're getting filtered, Paul.
Yeah, did you say something like, I love you, free sex? Click here.
Well, I mean, I thought that was the best way to promote the stream.
Okay, well that's what happened.
You put in that line about watching the stream gets you exercise.
Mine came in normally.
Oh, that's good. Yeah, and guys, in our Discord, I always post a link to it. So, like, you can always check the Discord. If your newsletter didn't arrive, just hop in the Discord and check there. Which, again, it is a very good way to stay in touch with me because I check the Discord religiously, you know? So if you say something in Discord, I will see it the same day. There's no doubt of that.
You don't usually reply when I make fun of you, though.
Oh, Tom. That works both ways, buddy. By the way, guys, I reviewed this game just yesterday. My review went live, and I'm really proud of the review. I think it's one of the best reviews written for the remake of House of the Dead. So I hope you will all check the review out, because I put a lot of effort into that. I mean, it tells you what House of the Dead is like in general, then it hones in on how they've enhanced this version, and it talks about the differences between the different platforms. Since I actually got 3 of the different versions of the game right, I could talk about that. And so I was really pleased with how it turned out.
Yeah, as I said, we beat it twice.
Haven't tuned in for the pills that you promised in the newsletter.
Did No Time for Games get moderated, by the way? Because he was just saying thanks for not banning me. Like, No Time, you say some things that occasionally cause us to worry about you, but you know, like we love you, dude. So we're really glad to have you here.
Gosh, you died even
And now
with
you're banned.
fire on.
And now you're banned. I love you. By the way, see ya. No.
I think he wants you to shoot his leg.
Is that what it? No. I suppose. He's just. What is his specific weak spot? Does he have one? I mean, I'm hurting him, but like, how do you keep him from flying into you?
Well, we kept shooting him.
Yeah, and like supposedly you can beat him just by only shooting in the center of the screen. So like, I'm trying to keep it basically centered. Yes, turbo mode is really nice. The game does not automatically have turbo, guys. I use an accessory to have turbo.
He cheats.
Yep.
I do. Well,
Hey, I was very thankful for that the second time through. Right?
yeah, I let Brandy. We have 2 such accessories for Xbox, you know, so I let Brandy use it as well. And I mean, it lets you concentrate on just the aiming, especially with auto reload. You know, you can just aim and do your best.
The pink parts.
Left arm. The pink parts are
and it
weaker?
usually spins left arm.
I guess that makes sense.
I already told you to shoot the fleshy bits.
You just kept talking about his wang. You're like, hey, dude, shoot him in the wang. Look at this big wang. Shoot him in the wang. And I'm like, no, Tom.
So you can't just hold the button to fire?
In the regular game, you cannot just hold the button. You got to rapidly press it.
Yeah.
Oh, that is annoying.
That's how
Can you get like automatic weapons, or is it only?
That's a good question. Like, I have not seen any power-ups, but the control map shows like a switch weapons button, and I'm like, do you actually get weapons and it just doesn't switch to them? Like, does that happen? I honestly don't know, and I reviewed the dang game. Yeah, we beat him! In your face,
Did you ever
buddy.
try hitting the switch button?
I forgot what button it is. Maybe Low Sweet can tell us. It's brutal on your Joy-Con buttons, he says.
Yeah, those things only last for a couple hundred presses anyway, so you have to be careful.
That's true. Joy-Cons are expensive and dinky at the same time. And Nintendo refuses to improve on them for some reason.
Because
Hey,
money.
but they'll give you more colors.
Yeah,
That's
that's
the
true.
improvement.
Supposedly the Zelda Joy-Cons have some super minor improvement, so they're kind of the ones to get if you can, but they still haven't like all the way redesigned them or anything. Hey, I just got an achievement. Let's see. True Ending. Complete the game with a score over 62,000 points. Yeah,
Nice.
buddy. There's 3 different endings, by the way, everybody, and it's based on score and continues. Bloodbath. Beat campaign at arcade difficulty.
Nice.
That's the stuff. Retro Captain Steve, are you still here? I was wondering if you had reviewed this game, because I haven't seen you share a link for it. But he's a Sega fan like me.
Sega.
I was just thinking of saying that.
Look at my high rating, guys. I got Expert Agent.
Oh, I wonder how.
That's the turbo difference. Go ahead and put in my name. Again, putting in your name doesn't matter very much, considering that there's no online leaderboards. But
Put in butt.
but I'll put in my Wi-Fi password. No. Oh wow! How do we unlock the armory, Braumeister? Let's hear about that, because the game does not tell you anything about that. Look at that. It's save. Oh, because it's based on like the difficulty level too. If I go down to the other difficulty, I would see Brandy's high score. I should. But look at that. It's annoying. You have to get all the filters the same way to see the score. Look, now I found her score. But I had to
All
change
the
like
survivors in a single playthrough.
yeah, and you probably need a guide for that so you can be ready for each survivor coming up.
Yeah, you would have to.
Yeah.
Or make notes, but that's no fun.
Yeah, I mean, like, the unlockables should be obvious and easily obtainable to an extent. You know, like the one, say I didn't, it's okay to have a hard unlockable, but at least I need to know how to work up to it because the game communicated it. Not because an achievement guide communicated it, but the game, you know? So that's a bit of a shame.
Yeah, it's
What the credits
really hard to save all the guys.
Yeah.
Because sometimes it's like they're on the screen, they're dead.
Yeah, you have so little time to react. But guys, there is one good thing. You can select levels. Like, you can start on a particular level. I don't know how that would affect, like, trying to save all the survivors. But I do know that, like, you can play any level you've already played before, so that can be nice. Low Sweet says there are cheat codes. Oh, nice. You can restart a chapter if you missed one, and then you don't have to replay the whole game. That is good to know. This was developed in Poland, by the way. These are all Polish names.
That's why there's a lack of vowels.
Yeah, and unnecessary Z's. A lot of unnecessary Z's. Like Poland, they're just like, stick a Z on it.
There's no such thing as unnecessary Z's.
I like getting a lot of Z's.
How many Polish people does it take to make a House of the Dead game?
I guess we're finding out.
Yes, we are.
Like, see, that guy's name Mateus, right? There's no need for a Z on Mateus, right?
Yes,
Mateus.
Mateus.
Yeah, I don't know.
You do know I named my child Mackenzie, right?
Kekper Bazzi Loniter.
Because of the K.
Dude, did you see
Probably-
Vlad's... Tyler, look at Vlad's joke. Vlad's joke, sorry.
Because the
said it
K
was
and the Z.
Is it Polished? I get it.
That's some good wordplay right there, Vlad.
See, what you're Z-phobic. That's all I'm saying.
Well, I do always not get enough sleep. I mean, that's a part of my life. not
Yeah, I
getting
don't know.
enough
To watch
sleep.
these credits. I'll see what Strawberry Tabby's up to.
Tyler, just let him roll. It's almost at the end, you jerk. So, Tyler, did you get to play any games this week?
No.
Not at
I
all?
don't know. I've been in a game.
That's
I've been
a
in a
very detailed
gaming.
answer.
I haven't played anything for a while.
Dang, dude.
I know.
I tried to get you a copy of a game that I was reviewing earlier this week, but they shot me down. They're like, we can only give you one code. So
And they
those
knew you
jerks.
wouldn't play it anyway.
Well, thank you for trying.
it's the thought that counts.
That's right.
Where they had to read all the actors. Yeah, you could do it in kind of a silly way if you just read them all out. If you've ever
But I
seen
w-
Oh, yeah?
Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say Mystery Science Theater, the movie. At the end, they read out the
yeah.
credits. There's some good jokes there. Yay, Lyle. Oh, Brownmeister, thank you for gifting that to Lyle. That's so cool of you, dude. Brownmeister is already a subscriber, and then he just gifted one, so very kind. Let me remind everybody, the stream is not over. We're going for at least another half hour, but I do want to point out that we stream every Saturday at 9 p.m. Eastern, 6 p.m. Pacific. We always stream a different game, and we always give out cool prizes. Next week, we are going to stream Rift Tracks the Game. That's another game that I bet Retro Captain Steve got, because we're both friends with the PR guy for it. Yes, you remember it, Tyler. Yeah, that joke always stuck with me. Eastman, he comes from the east to do battle with the amazing Rando.
We always said that line all the time. I don't know why. But
Yeah,
that one stuck with us too.
In case you guys don't know, back in my Bomberman days, my Saturn Bomberman days, my username was Eastman. Like, that was just my only name. But as the internet went on, you know, people would take the name Eastman when you're signing up for places. So that's why I ended up with EastX. And then EastX was taken by some total butthole on Twitch, so now I'm
You're
EastXTwitch.
EastXTwitch.
Yeah. Thanks for
So
nothing,
you're saying I
Mr.
should not have taken that name?
That guy doesn't even stream. You know, he jumped on the name and stole it. And he
Weird.
sucks.
You should
This-
contact him and offer him $10 for the name.
So I guess.
Hey,
I
look
have
at that.
to-
We saved
Oh,
her. By the way, guys, the ending differs based... Like, the difference in the ending is whether that lady lives or dies. Like, there's one where she's definitely alive, there's one where it's ambiguous, and there's one where she gets turned into a zombie.
I wanted to see her
Paul.
turn into a zombie.
What
What
platforms
happened to
aren't you on
ours?
right now? I'm gonna go create some Easter egg themes.
Forget you, buddy.
What happened to ours?
I'm going to go take the name Perfect Zero, and I'm going to spell it correctly. How about that?
That'll really show him.
Yeah. So we're going to try Horde Mode just for the remainder of the stream. Why not, right? Just show what it's like. But I'm going to play on easy. Just keep it simple. No multiplayer.
He doesn't want that many deaths.
Yeah, well, we just did arcade mode. Let's do easy. Just make it go smoothly, relaxingly. I was Agent G last time, right? So we'll be Rogan now.
Joe Rogan.
What, Tech Guy?
Boom.
Not that one. So,
He
as
doesn't
I said,
like
you
that
can
one.
select between the 4 different difficulties, and you got a description of each level. Just adds a little flavor to it. Oh, you know what? Before we do that, I really should show off the gallery. Let's look at the gallery real fast. This is another addition to this version of House of the Dead. Basically, any enemy you've defeated, you can view in the gallery, and you can rotate their and zoom in on their 3D model. You know, like these bats. This weird-looking dude, Drake. Look at that. He's freaky looking, right? You can pause the
I like his
animation.
suit.
Yeah, and zoom in and rotate and all those good things. So there's still a few enemies that I haven't seen because you have to play through all the different routes to actually meet every single enemy. So there's a few that aren't on here. Does it have the spider guy? No, those are just little bug guys. Where's the spider boss? Because look, it's got this guy, so why wouldn't all the bosses be in here? I don't know. But anyway, let's go ahead and play.
It's cool.
Oh, I see
Yeah.
him. He's right there. Top
do
right
you?
corner.
Ah, my bad. Oh well.
Yeah, it's not a big deal.
Let's hop in. And
That
if,
might
like, say
streams
you're
probably
playing the
behind.
game, you play a level or two, and you're like, okay, I gotta go. Well, you could choose to save and quit, and then you could continue from the level you were on, which is, again, a nice option that wasn't in the real arcade game.
Everyone is getting killed.
Start new game.
You hear that?
Could you imagine
So-
that option being in an arcade game? That'd be such a weird
It
thing.
would be weird, yes. But, by the way, everybody, the soundtrack to this game is completely different from the original House of the Dead. Like, this is a remake, and it's mostly very faithful. Like, the enemies are the same, the levels and story are the same. They did not license the original soundtrack for some reason. And, like, they lost the arcade version source code, so that's why they can't just build on the literal arcade. You know, it can't be a real port. But I don't understand why they didn't license the real music, unless it was just to save money. So this music, it's okay. Like anybody who's never played the original, they're not going to know the difference. The original has pretty good music, like better than what we got. So it's a shame that it's not in this. Like Michael Jackson. Yeah. And you can skip cinemas too, guys. Not when you have turbo on. You know I got turbo, so I can't really do it. But if you don't want to watch the cinematics, then you can skip right through it. Look at all those zombies. There's a lot of them. Ah, they're everywhere. You need to have automatic reload for this mode because it's crazy. This guy hands you this photo. That's the photo that you see at the end of every level. That was not in the arcade game. So you guys in the audience, what have you been playing this week? We would love to hear about what our friendly viewers have been playing. Oh, I couldn't say the one guy. How about you, Tom? What have you played?
I've been playing No Man's Sky, and that's honestly it.
Didn't that just get a big update?
Yep, they have the pirates, basically. Space pirates. And there was a new expedition mission called The Blighted, where you basically have to track down the space pirates.
Ooh. Are there any new achievements? Do they ever add achievements to it?
Not really. They just add a lot of content. Each of these major updates adds a lot of stuff.
They have added some. Is that what you said, Tyler?
They've never added trophies to it, I don't think.
Yeah, that's actually kind of lame of them, isn't it? Because
it's too bad.
People like trophies and achievements, and it's not that much extra work to add more when you're updating the game anyway.
Oh yeah, the free update to Bugsnax came out. I should download that.
Oh neat! I wonder if the Xbox version got that update because you know it just came out on Xbox.
I would assume it came out with it included.
Oh, that would make sense. You're right.
And all the achievements in No Man's Sky are related to exploration, so there's not really much of a thing reason to add more achievements.
Well, no, I mean, like if they add that, like you said, they added some kind of new expedition mission, right? Well, they could have added an achievement just for completing it, you know, like.
Well, you get rewards for doing that. You actually get in-game items.
It can be both. Dark 6 has been playing.
Ridiculous.
Lots of people like achievements, not just me. Oh, I should have gone the other way this time.
But I like trophies.
Dark 6, yes. I've been playing Tiny Tina's too.
Yeah, Dark 6 likes Tiny Tina's Wonderlands and also Path of Exile. You know, I did an interview about that game back in the day at E3, I believe it was.
When the heck is Path of Exile 2 supposed to drop?
That's a good question.
I've been waiting on that forever. Yeah, it's basically a continuation of Path of Exile 1 with updated everything.
Pour this for me real quick, please. Okay, that's probably not going to be enough in that bottle, but... Sorry, we'll resume in just a second. I'm just handing this to Brandy.
Path is actually a great game if you like Diablo-style games, but for anyone that's getting into the late game, there is a massive amount of meta in that game, so basically you could stumble through, but if you want to get really good at it, it's practically anymore.
Ah, hey, I just took a different pathway somehow. Look at that. It's different from the one I did before. I didn't even know that was one of the crossroads.
I don't play Bugsnax. Bugsnax is fun.
Tyler, don't you regularly bugs the snacks anyway? Isn't that kind of a Utah cultural thing?
That's why I was like really
King Arthur, Knight's Tale. Interesting. That's what platform is that on? Dark 6 or platforms?
Didn't it just get released on PC? Thought I saw a trailer for it or something.
Would you just be happy with that? I guess we don't have much time left. I'm just having some ginger ale over here. What's everybody else drinking?
water.
Water? Because you're trying to get better?
Yeah. I mean, I do drink water some, but I don't really like drinking it. But yeah, I've had to drink much water. It sucks. I hate water.
Water's not usually the winding down at night kind of drink, is it?
Not really.
I love drinking water. Nothing like cool water.
Well, I mean, I like water, but yeah.
I don't like it anymore. I'm drinking so much of it this week.
I'll drink like a full gallon a day, easily.
This as long as you space it out.
Not me.
You know you can die from drinking too much water, Tom?
Yeah,
that's
It takes tons of it, though.
Yeah, but guys, if you may not know why you can die from that, right, or how? Well, the answer is that too much water actually overloads your cells. Like, the water gets distributed to the cells in your body, it makes them burst, and you'll have a system breakdown.
Yeah, but do you have any idea how much water you have to drink for that to happen?
It's like 4 gallons. or
I mean,
something.
if you just chug it all in one sitting, you can do it. Like, you drink 1 gallon
Not
all in one sitting,
really.
that could be enough.
No.
No, that can't. The human
think so?
body is supposed to.
No, I know so.
The human adult is supposed to average 2.5 gallons a day if you're doing any kind of exercise.
That's
I
like
don't know.
4
Maybe-
or 5 gallons.
Maybe I'm misestimating, but like,
By a
I mean,
huge amount.
people do die from it sometimes, and it's just because they chugged it. They drank a bunch.
Yeah, again, you have to. You're chugging in massive amounts because you have to basically displace your body weight.
Perhaps you're right. Low Sweet is drinking cherry Pepsi. That or he's complaining
Pepsi's
about
pretty
someone
good.
drinking cherry Pepsi.
What's wrong with
I'm
cherry
just-
Pepsi other than it sucks?
Cherry Coke's
I miss
better.
Diet Vanilla Pepsi. That was good stuff.
I like
Oh, yeah.
regular Pepsi and cherry.
I can't stand anything with vanilla in it. Vanilla actually makes me like
Wow.
sick.
I like
I love vanilla flavor. Brandy does too.
Yeah,
I
Ice
dated
cream.
a girl that liked to use
vanilla
vanilla
French
perfume
toast.
and vanilla bath wash and all that stuff. And I made her stop while we were dating because I just could not deal with it.
Like
Put it in my tea.
I got tired of her vanilla naughty bits. That's what you're saying, aren't you?
No, I'm saying that the smell of vanilla actually makes me queasy.
That's interesting. That's what ranch dressing does to me. Alfredo sauce as well.
Anything.
Yeah,
that's white.
I mean, a lot of people like
you're the
ranch
wrong person
dressing,
there,
but
buddy.
the smell grosses me out.
Good tall glass of ranch dressing.
Oh God, Tyler!
Mayonnaise, ranch,
Oh, God.
Greek yogurt.
Mayonnaise is
That's
good.
another one, Greek yogurt.
I don't hate mayonnaise, but it's like it is a bit gross when it's overdone, and it's bad for you anyway. Like it's super fatty, you know.
I mean, it's the less you eat, the better.
Yeah.
I used to
do.
like it
I
when
mean,
I
it's
was
good to
younger,
not
but
eat
anyway.
ranch dressing. Ranch has no qualities. It's just fat.
Yeah, you can get fat free and all that, but back when
Yeah.
I worked at a gas station many years ago in my 20s, we sold hot dogs there, you know? And every now and then you get a dude who would get like just an insane amount of mayonnaise on it, just like utterly coated, and I'm like, wow, do you know how unhealthy that is, dude? You know, it's like way too much.
Just eating gas station hot dogs, that was already unclean.
Well, when they're fresh, they're perfectly good.
When
but,
are they ever fresh?
well, I mean, they have to be fresh sometime.
Pretty
I
sure
would
they-
sometimes
they're
get the little
unpackaged,
breakfast
unfresh.
sandwiches and eat them up from gas stations. They were pretty edible.
Yeah, I mean, at the one I worked at, the only fresh food we had was hot dogs and egg rolls, you know, and I liked them. They weren't that bad, but I'm not like eating an 8-hour-old one or anything, you know. I'm
Yeah.
just making them.
Well, if you work there, then yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah,
You know,
it'd be easy.
put them on.
Sophie!
That reminds me when I worked in the bakery, my favorite thing to do was to make
Stop.
Italian garlic rolls.
Yeah.
And every time, as soon as I baked a fresh rack of it, I'd always grab one and just go take a break.
That's fun.
Nothing like fresh bread.
The house
Yeah, I
after
love
you load.
Read.
I love bread.
You know, guys, I've been eating minimal bread since January. I've been on a low carb diet.
Yeah, bread's not
Although-
good for you either.
Unfortunately. It sucks though, because bread is really good, as are potatoes, and both of those things you have to cut them out of your diet when you're on a low carb diet. It sucks.
Potatoes aren't
You
that
realize
great.
that the
They're
human
good
race
with, like,
exists because
butter
of
and-
bread potato.
Sour cream and dipping.
Well, there's
on.
French fries and things like that, you know?
That's true. That's fair. Fried potatoes are good.
Yeah, I literally
I take
have
it
not
back.
had French fries since January.
Oh, that sucks. I had it yesterday. They were good.
Yeah, I mean, like, I go to fast food places, but I have to either get a fruit cup if they have it, like Chick-fil-A does,
Side
or
salad.
yeah,
some
or
crap.
side salad, or just 2 of the sandwich, you know?
Yeah,
But it sucks because it's expensive to buy 2 of the sandwich.
that sucks. Fries are good.
Indeed, they're so good. I miss them.
I'll eat fries. There's nothing wrong with fries.
It's
as long as
technically
they're
a
not
secret
really
sauce on
oily.
the Big Mac.
Carbohydrates, fat, and
Darker
calories.
flair, but
Those are the only bad
yeah,
things.
it's basically 1,000
Calories are
calories.
fine if you exercise.
Yeah, no, you're right. When I worked at McDonald's, I got into Big Mac sauce because Big Macs are great, right? And yeah, it
They're
actually
not my favorite.
what? But it is very, very similar to regular Thousand Island. Like I think, like you said, they add some stuff to it, but it's basically Thousand Island.
Yeah.
My issue with Big Macs is I don't eat them anymore because they essentially taste like starch and cardboard now.
If I'm getting a burger, like a real burger at McDonald's, I get the quarter pounder, the double quarter pounder.
Brandy likes quarter pounders. Big Mac for me. I just really do like that sauce, and I add ketchup to it too. But
well, that's good.
Yeah, I only do the nuggets these days. Even
nuggets are, yeah, McDonald's nuggets are really good. Although supposedly they're bad for you and all that. But I mean, but they're delicious.
They just use the pink slime.
Yeah, it's like chicken sludge and as opposed to actual meat or something. But
yeah, something like that.
Oh man, they're so good. Oh, look at that. Mayonnaise, ketchup, and relish. Mongbach says is how you make Big Mac sauce. That's wild. Is that really how it's made?
Probably.
But there's little pieces of pickle. Oh, that's the relish.
The relish,
the pickle. Yeah. Wow.
Probably. Well, I mean, we call it fry sauce here. I don't know if everywhere mixes mayonnaise and ketchup, but it just turns into like a really pretty good orange sauce. It's good.
Your friend was asking if you're using the Brook converter.
Yeah, that's a good question. As a matter of fact, where's the Brook converter, Brandykatz? You had me looking at it earlier. Where'd that wire go? No, it wasn't. It was just hanging loose. Though it was hanging loose. Can you find it for me? Yeah, is it that controller? Yeah, there it is. Okay. Here's the Brook converter in my hand. This is the Brook converter. When we were playing 2-player, we used it. But when I'm just playing by myself, I don't know if I can get it on camera. This is a Brook. No, it's not Brook. It's a Mayflash converter. And they haven't made it for years and years. But this Mayflash converter is the best Xbox accessory I ever bought. And I wish I had bought 2 or 3 of them before they stopped making them because they're so great. And one time I thought mine had broken, and I was freaking out about it because it's irreplaceable. You cannot find them on eBay or anything. But thankfully, it started working again. I don't remember why it had not worked.
Hey, it's Simius.
Hey, Simius, yo!
Why did he type reload? Because you're not reloading?
Yeah, when you play this way, it says reload a lot.
Oh.
The only way to turn that off, guys, is to turn off one of the sound effect channels entirely in the options. And, you can do that, but then you're missing other important sounds, so it kind of sucks.
Oh, I hadn't noticed it say reload. What does it say?
It just says it out loud.
Yeah,
constantly.
Reload.
That's where the jokes are coming from, man.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Sorry, guys.
That's why I couldn't. House of the Reload edition.
Did you see that? I shot the guy's arm off, and he still killed the innocent dude.
Well, don't be
Simius.
spamming, Simius.
That's what you get, Simius. We're glad to see you, though, dude. Missed you. Tyler, do you remember what game we're streaming next week?
Trick Rafts.
Trick Rafts? Heck.
That actually sounds like an interesting game.
Oh, neat. Simius saw The Northman. Simius, what did you think of the movie The Lighthouse, which I mentioned in this week's newsletter?
Northman comes from the north.
To do battle with the amazing Rando.
I'm actually more interested in what you thought of The Northman, actually.
Well, I haven't seen The Northman yet. I would like to see it, and I think Brandy would like it better than The Lighthouse.
Absolutely.
From what I've read. I've read about
it.
a lot. Yeah, no, I know you're asking him.
I think that's an easy thing.
It's easy to like it more. It's from the same director, though, but it's a more traditional story than The Lighthouse, which is very strange.
You're gonna have to give me a day or two.
Northman is still strange. It's just not as strange, or at least it's not as aimless, or whatever you might say about it. Have either of you boys seen The Lighthouse?
No.
Nope. Waiting for it to come out streaming.
It's on streaming, dude.
It is?
Yeah, it's the same. No, not Northman. It's the same director as the Northman, but it's been out for a while.
You said Lighthouse. No, I'm thinking the other movie.
Yeah, no, you're right. Northman is not on streaming.
I don't even know what it is.
So not North. No, I was thinking about the movie where she's seeing through multiple universes.
Everything, Everywhere, All at Once, which is my movie of the year. So wonderful. Did I remember to mention that in the newsletter last week? I can't remember, but yeah. Brandy was being a cranky pants when we watched it, but I love that movie. I cannot wait to buy it and watch it again.
Wow.
Oh my gosh. I can't believe you didn't know that you were, because you totally were.
Well, I watched the movie that you told me I had to watch next time.
Oh, Star Trek? Oh no,
Yeah.
and I forgot to watch it. My gosh. Alright, we're going to watch it for next week and talk about it, Tyler. I'm sorry to keep you hanging.
Okay, it's fine.
But what movie is that?
Spoiler, it's not very good.
Really? What about the part where he shows the Enterprise for 6 minutes?
Yeah, oh yeah, that was great. Thank you, Captain. Yeah, that was great.
I seriously love that part, I'm not kidding. Brandy and I were talking about Picard, which we watched the first episode of yesterday. And like, I liked it a little bit more than her, but what I like about Picard is just when we get to see the ships and the like future Earth and stuff. Like, I just really like seeing the designs for that universe.
Well, yeah, but I don't need a 6-minute shot of it.
I do, dang it. Give me 12 minutes.
I agree with you. The best part was the one character that just said V'ger the whole time. The V'ger is here.
Good old V'ger.
Yeah.
Did you like the dude, the new character? Wasn't he supposed to be the new captain and Kirk kicked him out?
Yeah. No. I mean,
that dude was a bonehead, right?
He's okay. He makes a weird decision at the end.
Yeah, I remember not liking him. But anyway, we'll talk about it more next week, because I do need to watch it more freshly so we can have a good discussion. Yeah, Simius, this game is great, dude. I love it. I mean,
yeah,
like,
it does look cool.
I'm glad you think so too. Some people, there are some like real diehard fans who don't like little mechanical changes they made to it and stuff. Like there's a ragdoll system when you shoot zombies, so they don't react 100% exactly the same way as in the original. But I mean, who cares? You know, it's like such a minor thing. We're talking about like a 5% difference from the original game.
I think I have it on PS3. Did this one come out on PS3?
No, this one never got re-released on anything after a certain point. So you probably have 2 and 3 on PS3. There was like a collection or something.
What it is.
Yeah.
So I'll definitely be turning that on and pulling out my Move controllers and charging.
Why the heck not?
It.
Yeah, no, I hear that's a good version, Tyler.
No, I heard it is good. No platinum trophy though.
Well, Darker Player, of course, Picard's going to be the last show with a Picard character. He's 100.
Yeah, he's old.
Yeah, even in the first episode of his own series, he's so frail looking, and there's an action scene where he's there, and he just has to hide and cower while somebody else fights, because he's 100, he can't do anything. And
in the
Tom,
show,
I mean, you tell us about it, Tom.
But no, I'm saying in the show, he's like his character shows to be like 130.
Yeah, because people live longer in that universe.
Well, no, in the show, in this Star Trek verse, he specifically has a synthetic body, which makes it even less sense from a character standpoint.
Are you sure? When did that happen? I don't remember that.
I'll say it, and especially they call out more in the second season. But it was supposed to have happened during the Star Trek Generations or one of the Star Trek movies. I don't remember which.
Well, yeah. I mean, if it's a spoiler, I guess we don't want to go into it. But
not a spoiler.
But I mean, in that world, people live into their hundreds. You know, like Dr. McCoy in the premiere of Star Trek: The Next Generation, he's 100-something because that's just how long they live. Because they're future technology.
He's in The Next Generation.
Dr. McCoy was in the pilot of The Next Generation. You never saw that?
No. No, I've never seen much of anybody in The Next Generation.
Oh, wow, Tyler, you gotta see it. I mean, like...
That's what everyone says.
Yeah, it's not an incredible pilot, but it's like... I mean, for one thing, it's a good moment with McCoy, right? And like,
yeah,
still,
he's my favorite character from the original series.
Same here.
Definitely.
Nice.
Yeah, Bones is awesome.
Heck yeah.
Yep, me too.
And he's one of the best... Bones is one of the best things about the J.J. Abrams Star Trek movies as well.
Yeah, he's good in it. Yeah, he's funny.
Somebody says you have no class.
I have class.
That's rough. Good luck, everybody.
Speaking of, have you seen the new trailer for New Worlds?
I have not... I mean, like, I saw the trailer from about a week ago, but then they just released the opening. I haven't seen the opening yet. But yeah, we thought the trailer looked quite good. Like, I can't wait for that show. Wow.
Of what?
And I actually like that...
Star Trek New Worlds, is that what it's called?
Yeah. Is it on Paramount too?
Yeah.
Yeah. I like the actor who's playing the whatever the character name I can't think of it right now.
Spock.
I'm sorry, what?
Spock. The actor who's playing Spock. Did you forget Spock's name?
He's playing in the original Star Trek. He was the captain that was in the wheelchair.
Yeah, Pine. Captain. No, Pike. My bad. Pike.
Yeah, Pike. Yeah. Pine is
Yeah, he's the lead character on this one. Not also the original actor, but the one who played it in the Discovery or not.
Anson Mount, that's the actor's name.
Yeah, but I liked him in his other TV shows. And he was actually good on the other Star Trek series, the Discovery one.
Oh, neat.
I'm really looking forward to him in this role I'm guessing it's going to be a different verse than the Michael Burnham series.
I hope
It looks
so.
like they're going back to the 1960s universe.
Yeah, I really hope so, because like one reason I haven't started watching Discovery is because it's supposed to be a prequel, but it doesn't work at all as a prequel, you know? Like, it's way more futuristic than Next Generation and all that.
It's not supposed to be a prequel, it's supposed to be an alternate verse.
It started as a prequel, right?
It was the original plan, but because of licensing issues with Star Trek, they couldn't do it. So they just completely scrapped it and did its own thing.
Simius, do you already have that game? Or Tyler? Yeah, one of you
game is
guys
it?
must not already have that game. Here's a different path, by the way, that I haven't done before.
Tesla Force? Yes, I have.
Oh, yeah. Simius might not have it. Oh, he already has it too. Somebody take that European
I was
PlayStation
gonna say,
code.
we
You
probably
have
both got it from you.
probably
From
so.
Elon Musk.
You have to have a PlayStation. I mean, you have to have a European account, but they're easy to make. You know, just follow a little guide and just keep that account on your system, and you can always redeem European codes.
Easy.
Oh, well, too bad Deadpool and Oblivion aren't here, or they probably also already have it. They gave us a lot of codes for that game one time.
No, Low Sweet asked for it, I think.
Oh, yeah, Low Sweet should get it. Low Sweet is a new viewer, so, you know, it's nice when we can hook them by giving them a cool prize the first time they come along. But he is also one of my better online friends.
Nice.
Sorry, Tyler?
I also watched one episode of your favorite show ever, Halo.
Alright, the
I was over
premiere?
at my friend's house and I was like, what should we watch? I was like, let's watch Halo. Okay.
Which
it was
episode
good.
was it?
The first episode.
And it was good, you say?
Yeah, I liked it.
Didn't the suits look really good?
Yeah, they did. It reminds me, it has a lot of Mandalorian vibes for me.
The CG in there is really good.
But it was good. So
Usually. Not always.
Great 3D. Compared to
I
other
watched
TV shows.
that other
It's
show that you watched
really good.
that you named, Outer
Outer Range? Really?
Is that the one with Josh Brolin?
Yeah, what'd you think? Wow.
So I watched the third episode of that because that's the episode that was on. when I
Wow.
got there.
A random episode.
So I
That's
had to
been
ask a bunch-
confusing.
I had to ask a bunch of questions.
Yeah, that's crazy.
But yeah, it was interesting. I definitely want to see where it goes.
Oh, I'm glad to hear
I'll
that.
go
And
back
that
to
show
watch
is
the other two.
pathetically dark. And I'm not, it's no, like, maybe the movie theater version was too dark. No, that show's too dark. We always have to turn off.
Barry.
We have to turn off
I do
every
need to
light in
watch
our home
Barry.
when we watch Outer Range. Yeah, I want
Oh,
to
really?
try a Barry.
Yeah, the new season just started. I want to give it a shot.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, given that there's a new season and everybody seems quite fond of it, we should check it out. Oh,
I
I'm
did like
Idiot
this
is
first
watching
episode of
Ozark.
the new season, though. It's not as strong as an opener as the other seasons.
Gotcha. Well, give it a little time. I mean, they had a few years off. That's going to throw them off a bit, I would expect.
And they didn't finish
That's
up.
probably Devin shows.
The
I'm
second
an
season
idiot.
of Upload wasn't as good as the first.
Oh, really? I know people who like that. I haven't checked it out yet. But guys, have you watched Ozark? Because I'm an idiot brought it up. We might as well talk about it.
No, I heard it's like Breaking Bad.
It is.
It's actually pretty good, but I never got past the second season. I just kind of...
See, here's the thing. I watched the first two seasons. The first season was excellent. The second season was just like... And we've talked about this before, I think, on stream. But nothing good ever happens in those characters' lives. It's like one bad thing after another. And life doesn't work that way, and it's actually kind of exhausting to watch that for more than a season of a show. It's like, God, just let the characters have a break. Let them have a normal life for a while. But no, it's like, oh no, this guy saw you do this bad thing this week, or this guy told on this guy this week, or this guy did drugs this week. You know, it's like, I mean, it's a well-made show, and I really like the main actor. What's his name? Is it Jason something? Or?
Yeah, Jason Bateman.
Yeah, I like him a lot, but it's just a shame that the writing is so intent on being negative all the time, 100% of the friggin' time.
Yeah, I kind of like the fact that
Bad's
this is like...
It is?
I don't think I've ever seen him in any show where he wasn't...
Oh,
always a good
Simius,
guy.
thank you, dude. Look at that. Simius, you're the best.
They Breaking Bad, they never catch a break, like ever. Like things maybe you're gonna go their way, and then they don't.
Yeah,
like,
for
oh
like
my
7
God.
seasons, right? That's gotta be exhausting.
It is exhausting. It's like, I mean, there's a reason I've never rewatched it, because it's fun to rewatch old shows and stuff, like
Yeah.
shows that you really like, and I did really like Breaking Bad for the most part. But yeah, it's like, ugh, I can't imagine rewatching it.
But what about Better Call Saul? Better Call Saul is not like that, right?
No, it was just
Got
boring
more
and
levity?
horrible. I watched 2 seasons and I gave up.
Some people tell me that Better Call Saul is more, not as dark and also still good. Huh.
Not as dark.
Hey, Javors, look, Javors is here. Javors, we're glad you made it, dude.
Either.
I'll get you,
That's too bad.
Tyrion.
I
Which
like Bob
sucks 'cause I
Odenkirk
like
a lot.
Bob Odenkirk.
Yeah. Oh, you too.
I
What
watched
about
that
you,
movie,
Tom?
though,
Do you
with
like
him.
Nobody? God, I gotta watch it on HBO Max. It's on HBO Max and we haven't watched it yet.
That's alright. It's very gratuitous.
Yeah, we've got Tyler and Perfect Zero on mic tonight.
That's
Brandy off
me.
to the side. Unfortunately. That's cold.
Hey, rude, Simius. I will take back your subscription. Wait, that doesn't. That doesn't
No, don't do
punish
that. Yeah, no, as a matter of fact, why don't more of you guys subscribe? You know, it's always a nice idea, right? But no, if you want to,
punishment, subscribe.
if the rest of you guys want to give me a birthday present, though, which, you know, it's always a nice idea, and it's also Brandy's birthday, just subscribe next week, or give us bits next week, or whatever you want to do. Like, that's the week to do it, because that's when our birthday actually is.
Oh, happy birthday, Brad. I didn't know it was your birthday.
Her birthday, yeah, it's
Yeah.
it's in the newsletter, but yeah, her birthday is May 6th.
Literally
Oh,
the
that's
day
the
after.
The day after. It's so easy to remember, because it's only one day different from mine. I love it.
And then
That's
Mother's
actually
Day,
the day after my sister's birthday. Half
Oh,
my
wow.
family has late birthdays.
That's wild. What'd you say, Tyler?
Mother's Day is a couple days after that.
Ah, there you go. No, Horror Acolyte is not Tyler. Horror Acolyte was our co-host last week. He's not a co-host this week. He's here in the audience though, I think, or he was earlier.
Hey, Paul, make sure you get Brandy a Star Wars cake, so that you can say May the 6th be with you.
Oh, she'll love that. No, I don't want to encourage her to be one of the six. You know, they're the bad guys. Yeah, I mean, I didn't play that off very well, but
We need
you know what I mean. But the Obi-Wan show starts late May. That's
Yeah, that looks
hopefully
good.
going to be good. Yeah, it looks good.
This is
The trailer
an
looked
opportunity to have it start on the 6th.
Yeah, like it's our first chance to see Ewan McGregor as Obi-Wan with a different writer than
Right.
George Lucas. So that's really exciting.
I know, I'm
McGregor's always
really
been a
scared.
hit-or-miss
Yeah.
character
If
for me.
anyone can do as good as George Lucas did for him.
We'll find out. By the way,
Real
guys,
nervous.
Javors is a streamer. Like, Javors needs to join our Discord and promote his streams on our Discord, you know? Because, again, that's the only way I see anyone else stream. But it's cool to learn that Javors is a streamer, and all you guys should follow him because he's a friend of ours.
Gabor apparently does not like Obi.
Wow, that's cool. We'll miss you, Lyle. Thank you for helping out. Well, yeah, I mean, we don't talk about Obi-Wan that way around here, Javors. Them's fighting words. Is I'm an idiot still here? There he is. Yeah, why am
Yes,
I wearing a
while you're still
beanie?
here.
The reason is because I'm playing a Sega game, and I wanted to wear my other Sonic hat, but I couldn't find it, so I put this Sonic hat on. That's why. Don't act like it's not a cool hat. It is. Oh yeah, I mean, that's what sounds really cool about Javors, is his proper use of a mic and camera. Like, so I really want to see those things, because, you know, I mean, they're an important part of a stream being good, so, you know, can't wait to see his stream and see him using those. Oh, Javors, you're being so negative. Look at that, he's calling everybody a moron and things.
There's no way out, Tyrion.
Thank you, Shitsu. Shitsu's a good moderator. I'm glad we made him one. This is Kyrian, the main bad guy. We've... Okay, well, I mean... Javors, you know, I haven't seen your stream, so I do not want to be critical, but I will just point out, and I would tell this to Human Brian too, like, you can try to hide who you are, but you're always who you are, so it's better if you're just comfortable with it and you just accept it. Like, when you're a streamer, you know, it's like, man, I want to pretend I'm not really me when I stream. I don't get that. Like, just let people get to know you, you know? That's what keeps people coming back, in my opinion.
Why don't you follow?
If that doesn't work, just play Mario Kart while you're in a hot tub.
That's true. If you happen to
And
be a
that always-
sexy woman, you got a lot of advantages.
Yeah,
Like,
let's
sexy
see what
women
sexy
just...
men.
Let's see what Strawberry Tabby is doing. Hey, she's sitting in the exact same spot she was an hour ago.
Here we go, and finally, this is the first time I've actually beaten it on Horde Mode, so I don't think it's going to unlock anything, but I'm still just looking forward to having that done. I mentioned this in my review, guys, but Horde Mode does not have any specific achievements, which is weird. Like, they have this extra mode that they created themselves, and they don't even give it one achievement. A little bit odd. What do you mean, Javors? Is that why you don't want to talk because you're drinking heavily or something? I mean, I drink ginger ale. Like, almost every stream, it's ginger ale. Back before I became a teacher, maybe it was other stuff. But that's not important.
It's ginger ale. It's Irish ginger ale.
Back before we came.
We're not going to talk about what the ingredients are.
I like that.
Less ginger, more ale.
Well, no, I really do want to see you stream though. So again, all it takes is you just gotta hop into our Discord and put it in the now streaming channel that we have specifically, so I and my friends can let everybody know when we're streaming.
Even the parts of the body that are red.
The parts of the body that are red, you say? Fine, whatever.
Oh, so you'll listen to him, but not me? I see how it is.
Last time this fight took half the stream.
Yes, the fight is too long, but it is probably because I was not aiming at the red enough. It's going pretty well, though.
Some moves too much.
By the way, you can cut down on the reload thing if you just, like, push the reload button a lot. It won't say it as much, so I probably should do that, really. There we go. Alright, watch. Now, you're going to hear it clicking a lot. That's the reload clicking. Is that less annoying or more annoying, everybody? Please let us know. I mean, it's a lot of clicking, though. Look at that, he's not dodging. I've got him caught in a loop. That was weird. He finally moved, though.
Out life either.
Yeah, that was weird. I hope the game didn't start to glitch on us. More annoying. Uh-oh. Okay, sorry about that. I just tried that because Simius was complaining. I know you guys are much better adjusted than Simius, so that's a good thing. But then again, Simius is a subscriber, so he's actually the best person here.
Subscribers.
Oh wait, yeah, Brandy and Tom are subscribers too, and now Tyler is, thanks
Brandy's
to Tom's generosity.
Hey,
After that comment.
The clicking of the dead. Yeah, no, the reload voice sample, I mentioned this in my review. They need to add an option where you can just completely disable only that voice sample. Some people are not going to want to hear that the whole game long, right? So just let us disable it. But this publisher, Forever Entertainment, guys, they update their games a lot. Like Panzer Dragoon, the remake, the one they did before this, they updated it like 4 or 6 times, you know? So this game is probably going to have some good updates. And I really, really hope they update it for Series X so that it will look like a Series X game and not like an original Xbox game. What's that, Javors? You tried to Matoke.
He's tired of... Look,
I don't know what anyone is saying. They're speaking a foreign language or something. Tendentious of the dead? That's not a word, is it? Is that a Canadian word?
Tendentious.
Goodbye.
Okay, Javors, you scared me. So, there we go. We beat the game. Beat it on... Man, I'm having such a good time. Like, we have some people here that we don't usually have all the time. You met... Oh, Makoto X! Yeah, like, I want the Steam version of that game. It just came out on Xbox and other consoles. The Steam version, though, is a little more R-rated than the other versions. So if you have a computer, that's the one to get. Man,
I've never even heard of that game. What is it?
Well, it's based on the old classic arcade game Qix, Q-I-X, which, by the way, we showed off during my Taito Egret 2 mini stream a few
where
weeks
you
back.
unhide the naked girls behind the quick screen.
Well, that's what Makoto X is, but they're not naked on consoles, so don't worry about that. Uh-oh, I spelled my own name wrong. It's because of Turbo.
See, I get yelled at for watching Strawberry Tabby, but then you guys talk about all those games.
You can talk about whatever games you want, Tyler. Yeah. Submit. There we go. I'm having such a good time tonight. Like, we need to go ahead and wrap it up, but wow, what a great stream. You guys have been awesome. I hope everybody will tune in next week when we stream. What game are we streaming again, Tom?
I don't remember.
Oh, Tom, man. You dropped
Strawberry Tabby. It's called Strawberry Tabby.
Something raft or draft or something.
Starts with an R.
Draft picks.
Tyler. There you go. There's Tyler. Yeah. What does in Tyler H1701 stand for, though? That remains a mystery. 3
Yes, it
Quake
is Doctor
Cons, I
Strange
believe.
Day because I'm going for my
We are
birthday.
seeing Doctor Strange on my birthday on Thursday. We've
Yep.
picked a show that we hope won't be overpopulated, and we're just going to make the best of it, you know?
Maybe I'll
So,
go on
can't wait for
Thursday. Comes out on
Yeah.
Thursday. Maybe I can get.
Yeah.
Maybe T-Mobile will give cheap tickets because that's one of the ones that I'll need to see. Just so.
You should, Tyler. Or
Yeah, I'm
Tyler,
going
you
on
know,
Saturday.
if you're buying
I don't
tickets
get spoiled.
online, Tyler, here's a trick. If you're buying them online, buy a child's ticket. They will not turn you away. I promise. I've done this so many times. Everyone, we've been streaming the House of the Dead remake for Xbox. It is also available on PlayStation, Switch, Steam, and even Stadia. So this is a remake of the classic Sega arcade game, and it's a very good remake. There's a few little things about it that I wish were more accurate to the real game, like the soundtrack, but it's still got a lot of the fun of the original game. It's got motion controls on Switch. It will get motion controls on PlayStation in an update, and the PC version you can play with a mouse or even a light gun, apparently with a patch. So, like, there's ways to play it if you don't want to just play with a controller. But I still had a lot of fun playing tonight with a controller, so don't think that it's not good to play it that way. Like, so many people have not played the first House of the Dead. Finally, all those people have a chance to play it. And I wouldn't let the fact that you don't own a light gun get in the way of it. That's what I'm saying. Tyler, thanks for joining in with us, even though you're recovering from illness.
Yeah, happy to be here. Happy to be healthy.
Excellent. Yes, I'm so glad that you don't have the Rona again, Tyler. That's great.
Yeah.
Tom, thanks for joining. It's been a while. It's good to talk to you again, bro.
Everyone
You got to wish me happy birthday
Wait, when's your birthday?
tomorrow.
Really?
Yep.
Wow, I
Told
forgot. My bad. Yeah,
Happy
no, my
birthday.
bad. All right, let's wish Tom a happy birthday. Dang. Brandy, thanks for hanging out.
Always.
Thanks to all you guys for hanging out with us. Those of you who subscribed, you're the best. Extra special thanks to our subscribers. We love you all. It's been real fun playing House of the Dead with you. We'll see you next week for Rift Tracks. And remember, don't hate, appreciate.
Hey guys.
Auf Wiedersehen.
Bye.
Well, that ought to hold those little V'gers.
Features, you say.
A bunch of V'gers.
I might have to look at a V'ger a little bit later, Tyler, depending on how things go.
Well, the one in Star Trek was bald, so.
I can see nothing wrong with that. Let's say bye to everybody. Vlad, it's so good to see you. Javors, I'm an idiot. Real nice hanging out with you. Low Sweet, welcome to the stream. Dude, it was so nice having you around. Thank you for tuning in. Remember, we do this every Saturday. Mongbox, thank you for joining us again, Mongbox, and subscribing. Very nice of you.